whoever. I'll give it a few seconds for early birds to get in, but essentially, guys, today it's kind of self-explanatory. We're gonna be predicting WrestleMania, which is coming up this weekend. I am joined by Hams, who has been watching every Raw and every SmackDown, every NXT, every AEW.
Okay, whoa.
Every Ring of Honor.
New Japan.
Exactly. So we have the entire card pulled up currently right now. What match do you want to start with? Or do you want me to pick?
You go ahead. We'll do whatever order you want to do it in.
Well, we don't want malware bites. So.
Hey, did you know that you get 45% off malware bites? Not sponsored, by the way.
Oh, look at this. Real zoom. Let's see.
Whoa, look at that.
Let's see if we can get it even closer. Okay, I don't know what I just...
Wow, we are going off the rails here.
I feel like a boober right now. Okay, alright. I just wanna zoom in a little bit more there, sonny. Okay. Alright.
How embarrassing, man. What the hell is this? Amateur hour?
That's too funny. Okay. Perfect. It ends with the last two main events. I think we should go top to bottom then. So,
Okay.
So zoom in just a smidge more. We're gonna really make it pixelated. Don't panic. Okay, we're gonna start with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the women's world heavyweight title.
Oh man.
Okay, before we get into everything, full disclosure, I am a wrestling fan. I just don't watch wrestling every week. I watch the big four pay-per-views and maybe some in between. I know who the people are, but I don't know who everyone is. So, if you can do me a favor, let me put it like this. Let me do this before you begin. What I know about these two is Becky Lynch was the man. She's won the title at least 2 or 3 times. And Rhea Ripley, this is like her first title run still. I don't know. Maybe her second. Alright, give me the lowdown.
Okay. So Becky Lynch is still the man. That is her gimmick. Unfortunately, this storyline is it's kind of mad to me. Basically the story is Becky is trying to prove herself to herself and to others that she actually belongs in this match. Like she's the underdog. She's doubting herself.
She still got it.
Yeah, she's still trying to show herself and the crowd that she still has it in her to win title. And Rhea has just been absolutely dominating anyone she faces. She doesn't. I wouldn't call her a fighting champion because she doesn't. I guess maybe on occasion she does wrestle in Raw, but for the most part, her matches are at pay-per-views. She is obviously in Judgment Day, which is
we call that a part-timer where I'm from. The Brock Lesnar schedule.
Okay, she's not. No, I would not put her in that. Also, we don't speak that name. Also, we
we haven't talked since then. That's crazy. Okay. So ultimately, there's really not a whole lot of juice to this one.
I mean,
It comes down to just like new age versus semi old, because they're not even like Becky Lynch is still part of the new era, but Rhea Ripley's like the Generation Z. Becky Lynch is like millennial. You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I mean, I get it. Rhea is like,
The
yeah,
new
coming
age.
from
Hot.
NXT, got the built up,
All right, so
transferred
here's
over, beat Charlotte. I mean, yeah.
potentially spoilers for the rest of the card. I think that if Rhea wins here, Judgment Day is winning throughout the entire card. I'll see if it changes, but that's where I'm at right
The
now.
entire card?
Like
No,
they're gonna sweep.
no.
They're gonna
I
sweep. But
if you've been here's how I know you haven't been watching. It's because you just said that.
well, hold on. I got some nuances to it, but that's where I'm leaving at. But we'll get through it as we get through the card, so I can explain myself a little bit more. But as of right now, my official pick for the first match is Rhea Ripley will beat Becky Lynch clean.
So I will say that it will not be clean. Uh, I think Rhea is going to win. Um, but I think there is going to be some shenanigans that allows Rhea to win.
Why would she have shenanigans? Rhea is mommy. Mommy
Yes,
can
and
handle
that means
herself,
Dirty
okay?
Dom is going to be playing a role here.
Okay, Dirty Dom cannot break parole during WrestleMania, okay? Anyway, let's move on to the next match, man. Moving over to the right. Wow.
Wow, this is the match we're going to jump into.
Let's just do it, man. Because you know the booking is going to be all over the place. Freaking Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Here's the deal about this one. So I do know a lot about what's happening with this one. Because I have been keeping up with the main event. Drew McIntyre basically feels like he deserves another run at champion. I know you probably feel very strongly as that too. Because when he did run, he was during the pandemic era when no one was there to watch.
He carried that show,
Oh
I'll
my
say.
gosh, dude, Roman Reigns carried the pandemic era.
He never showed up.
Yeah, because he was staying at home. Anyway. The thing with this match for me is I don't even think it's going to happen. Potential.
What?
So that's why it kind of gets into spoilers later. But I think Damian Priest is going to cash in the Money in the Bank title after the tag team match at night one. And so therefore, instead of it being Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins, I think it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest.
I'm sorry. How are you getting that match? I am not understanding your logic. He's going to cash in in the ladder match?
No,
At the tag team? What are you
in the
saying?
tag team match. You know, whenever Rollins and Cody have to defeat the Bloodline.
You're saying he is going.
So they're gonna, in other words, Priest at the end of that, whenever I tell you what happens in that match, but at the end of that match, Priest is gonna capitalize on post-match Rollins and end night one as the new champion going into night 2. Essentially. That's how night 1's going to end. That's how I
God,
predict it.
okay. I would absolutely just be completely
Floored.
disappointed in just, oh my God, that'd be terrible booking. I would think freaking Voldemort has come back and is starting to run the business again.
Dude, it's not Voldemort. It's what's the guy's name from WCW?
Boogeyman?
No, Vince Russo. Okay, but let's say that doesn't happen. Let's stay with the card that we have. If I had to feel like, all right, you have to pick one, I think Seth Rollins wins. I'm gonna lock in Seth Rollins.
So, if anybody has been actually watching the promos between Seth, Drew, and they have now managed to
Incorporate
intertwine
poor
CM
Punk.
Punk.
Yeah.
Those promos have been absolutely stellar, top notch. There are definitely going to be shenanigans in this match. CM Punk is going to be the special guest commentator.
Has that been confirmed?
That is how they described it, and it's basically, I'm sure, going to happen. So how I see this playing out is Drew McIntyre is actually going to win, but he is going to win because of CM Punk, the guy he despises. And that will create an even further storyline of Seth Rollins has been vocal about CM Punk, hates CM Punk, hated that he returned, despises the guy. And here he is losing his title because CM Punk. It writes itself here. Drew McIntyre wins the title. Damian Priest has nothing to do with this storyline whatsoever.
So you think the WWE writers are like competent? Is what I'm
Listen,
hearing.
if you have been watching recently, you would say what I'm saying now.
Oh,
If Voldemort was around, you would say Damian Priest cashes in and he replaces Seth freaking Rollins.
okay. Well, let me ask you this: do you think Damian Priest is cashing in at all at WrestleMania?
Yes, I do.
But you don't think for Raw?
No, not for Rollins.
Okay, I guess we'll have to get into it later. All right. So who you picking? Drew McIntyre then?
Yes, I am picking Drew McIntyre winning via shenanigans of CM Punk.
Official. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna have to go back eventually and see so we can keep up when we watch the stream, so we can be like, who's more right and who's more wrong. But I like it. Let's move on to the third match. We have the 6-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. I guess the Miz Truth is back together.
We have Awesome Truth.
Awesome Miz Truth. Awesome Truth. Finn Balor, Judgment Day.
Okay, yeah. So we have Awesome Truth. We have the New Day. We have the Judgment Day.
Right.
We have DIY.
Okay.
We have A-Town Down Under. Maybe? I don't know, really.
That is.
And then we have two jabronis that I don't really care for.
That's the Luke Gallagher. No, not Luke Gallagher.
That's funny. You thought he'd actually be on a card ever.
Didn't he pass away?
No, he's in NXT right now.
Oh, I'm thinking of Harper. Anyway.
Festus.
Let's get back. Aren't they both named Alex from Alabama?
Who?
The tag team.
Who?
Isn't it their thing? Aren't they both the same name? And then they have like the team. They're both from
Who? Who are
Alabama.
you saying? Who?
The
Who?
the team above
Who?
DIY.
No. No.
Who was that?
Who what?
Who was that then?
These are two NXT guys. So if you remember the Brawling Brutes
Right?
with Sheamus,
They
um,
they changed their names.
no, that's not them. That's only one of the members of the Brawling Brutes. So he went by Butch,
Mm-hmm.
the guy above Champa.
Mm-hmm.
He went by Butch. The guy to his left is a NXT call up. These guys were part of NXT together.
But
And Butch changed his gimmick to I forget what it like.
the
Pete
NXT call up. If I'm remembering correctly, his gimmick was he would just walk out and just wave at everybody. And I might be
Okay,
wrong.
that does happen. That does happen. Yes.
Okay, I was like, I know of him just because of the WWE game, and I gave like
So
someone
that
his
does
character.
happen, and when he does his entrance, he gets to the corner ring and he waves to people.
Yep, and
Yes.
just waves. Yep. Okay. All that to say, I have heard of them. I remember them on, I think it was Elimination Chamber. They wrestled against Judgment Day, and they lost, but they did a good
Yes.
match. So
Yes.
that's how I remembered them. That's why I was saying they're from Alabama, because I want to say their finishing move is called the Birmingham Hammer. This is all the shit I remember just from that match.
You are right. That is the move. Yes.
So when I do watch, I pay attention. It just I don't watch all the time. Anyway, all that to say,
How do you feel about this match? First of all,
I like it. To
the
be
fact
honest,
that there's a six pack, there's 6 teams here. It's a ladder match. Do you let's start off.
I love
Do
it.
you think they're going to split the titles in this match?
Undisputed. I did not realize that they were still holding 4 belts to beat. Like I did not realize
Yes.
that.
So there is a red belt and there is a blue belt. And me personally, I am hoping to God that they split these belts.
I kind of want them to unify them, though. To be honest. Okay, so you're saying that they split them?
Here's
Do
the
you want them?
confusing thing is Michael Cole got on the mic at some point in time on a Monday Night Raw, and what he described, at least to me, how I understood it, was that the belts separately are going to be held up on the ladder, like a blue one and a red one. They're not going to be there together. So, to me, that would signify that they are splitting the belts. But I don't know if that's actually true.
If that is the case, that is a cool stipulation. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "That's dumb." I actually like that because then it makes a whole like, if Damian Priest and Finn Balor want to walk out as the champions, they have to do it twice, essentially. I'm assuming.
No, they'd only have to do it once. Because I think how I would understand that is the belts are up there on the ladders, 2 ladders. If you grab the blue belt, you are now the SmackDown champion. If you grab the red belt,
Right.
you are now the Raw champion.
So what I meant by they have to do it twice is they would have to grab both. Like
for
they'd
them
have to
be the
win
undisputed.
twice. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
To leave the match
is,
the way that they
is way
came
so
in.
advanced that I wasn't even considering it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the only way they can leave the match coming in the way they came in. So that's why I think that's too complicated to do that. For that reason. So I think it's more of what I think. However, if it is that, that's some like fucking WWE 2K25 shit. You know what I mean? Like that's some like you said, like that is some writing that I'm not even ready for. Like that's like, oh damn, this is like a gauntlet match for tag teams.
That is way advanced that I'd never even considered it.
So that's why that's because you in my mind that's what you have to think. They're like these are the champions. They like obviously. Let me be honest here. Let me just go ahead and show you my pick, my hand. I don't think they're walking out the champions. But that doesn't mean in the story, like when you write it, that they should still have a chance. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
if
I
they
mean, they're the
do it that
champions for a
way,
reason.
if they do it that way though, it runs and it'll track. So I will answer both ways. I think if they split it, I'm gonna do that answer first. Judgment Day will win one of the titles, and Ms. Truth. What is it? Our Miz?
Awesome truth.
Awesome Truth will win the other belts. If they keep them unified, I believe Awesome Truth will win the belts.
So I'm only going to go with the stipulation that I think is going to happen, which is splitting the belts.
Mhm.
And I'll have to say, unfortunately, if you watch the shows, DIY, they just aren't over, unfortunately, despite like how good wrestlers they are.
Dude, Ciampa? Wait, who's the other guy? What's his name?
That's Johnny Gargano.
Okay. But Ciampa? I've seen his
Ciampa.
moves. I've seen his moveset on the game. It's pretty impressive, so I like him.
So what I would like to so unfortunately they have Awesome Truth in here, which I think is just a comedy tag team, and I don't think they actually have a shot. If they did win, I think huge pop, first of all. Second of all, I think that I don't know how long they would actually retain those titles. So I'm just going to write them off and say that's not going to happen.
So I just want to to clarify why I'm picking them is because I do think that that's the catalyst. Because in my storybook, obviously we have two different whole visions for WrestleMania, but in my storybook, Damian Priest wins the mega thing at the end. So in my book, he's losing these titles, and that's why R-Truth gets it, because then it creates he's still like, if he lets him into Judgment Day, everyone still has gold. But if he doesn't allow him into Judgment Day, Finn Balor, then there's like an odd man out, and then there's okay, well, you don't have gold, but R-Truth has gold, so he is now in and you're out, type of thing.
I see what you're saying, but that doesn't line up with the storyline with how it has been going.
Well, mine's better.
see, R-Truth has been trying to get into Judgment Day
since
all this
last
time.
year, right?
Yes, right. And he's never really been in it. They've sold T-shirts with his name taped on the shirt, right? The whole gimmick of R-Truth being in it. Eventually, Judgment Day has finally turned on R-Truth. R-Truth has turned on Judgment Day. They are no longer
it's
amicable.
Not happening. Okay.
Yeah, it's like that is dead.
Damn. Okay. Well.
So to me, how I envision this match going,
I might change my pick, but continue.
I mean, go ahead. You can listen to my logic.
Right.
What I would like to happen is I'm gonna write off Awesome Truth. I'm gonna write off the NXT jabronis in the top right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna write off DIY, and that leaves 3 teams: Judgment Day, New Day, A-Town Down Under. I really would like to see A-Town Down Under get the titles. I mean, I really enjoy the work that they have put in and just their general characters and tomfoolery that they have on the weekly shows. So I'm going to say those guys are going to get pushed. They will be the heel winner. And then I'm going to say the face winner is going to be New Day.
I will agree, to be honest with you. I agree if they split it. But if they don't split it and it's only one, we'll go A-Town Down Under. And only because every interview I hear, they fucking every person is like, oh man, Austin Theory, he's so good. And I'm like, dude, like Vince is not even in there anymore.
Dude,
Like,
I have to say, Austin Theory completely turned it around. Like he was like the laughing stock. John Cena came out, during his thing and basically buried this man. He was like the face. Austin Theory was like built to be the face, the guy who's like, he's it. He's the next guy.
mhm.
And unfortunately, just the way that they wrote him and how he like interacted, it just wasn't working. And now as a heel, it works. I like it. He is just like the himbo guy who is like
I
trying to
deserve
piss everybody
everything.
off,
Yeah, I can see it. All right.
along with the loudmouth race car.
Right, and I do like him. He's good at his little shows. That's why they keep putting him on things, even though he doesn't even
I
wrestle.
think they, like I said, I think they put in the work. I think they deserve to be uh, recognized,
Recognized.
and that is through winning one of the belts in this match.
It's ready. They're ready for their push. So I'm down with that.
The other alternative, if New Day is not the winner, then I guess I could see DIY. But unfortunately, I think that really kills the hype for the belts because I I just don't think they're over.
Well, what's a good way to get over than shiny new belts? All right, let's get to the
Oh
match
my
that was
god.
added apparently last night. So Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Business, I think,
Okay, that is the dough.
versus Karrion Cross and the Bringers of Destruction. The Last Testament? Was that their name? Did you tell me?
The final testament.
The final test. Okay, here are my thoughts here. I wish they did Montez Ford better. And I'm like really disappointed. He's just turned into Bobby Lashley's lackey. I hope they win because of that, because Montez Ford is like legit. But other than that, I really kind of. I mean, I like Karrion
Okay.
Cross. He has a cool little gimmick and everything, but other than that, I really
Oh
don't
my god.
care for this too much.
Okay, let me just correct what you said at the beginning. It's the Street Profits, not the Hurt Business. That triggers me like so much that they're getting called the Hurt Business. They were the Street Profits. They're still the Street Profits with Bobby Lashley. That's what it is.
I thought they joined the Hurt Business though. Like I thought
The
that
Hurt
was
Business is just dead. It's DOA, man. Dead on arrival. Like this, that is just no.
hmm, hmm, news to me, because that's the Hurt Business CEO right there.
I have to agree with you though. They are doing Montez dirty AF. Like he. If you've seen the matches he put on, especially in the Hell in a Cell, last year, that dude can work. And unfortunately, like you said, he has been like downgraded to Lashley's lackey. And I'll say on the right hand side, I hate Karrion Cross. I hate his gimmick. I hate the two jabronis that have joined him, the Authors of Pain. It's just I hate this storyline. I honestly I despise this storyline. They are trying to push this guy, and I just don't see it. He doesn't have it. I get that they're trying to make it work, trying to like retune his gimmick every so often. You're trying to trot out his wife to try and bring people's eyeballs to him, but it just isn't working. I, God, it's so frustrating.
Hmm. Hmm.
So what I want to happen here is I want the Final Testament jabronis to win. I want Montez Ford and oh god, I forget his Angelo Dawkins. I hope that they turn on Bobby because Bobby is just dead weight.
Hmm.
So I'm saying the Final Testament wins this, and I don't have much else to say. I hate this match.
Okay. Well, sounds like you're a huge fan of Karrion Cross and the Samoan Society.
Samoa Society.
So,
Samoa XL.
uh, but I do agree. I would like Montez Force to be a solo, and it would be cool for the next pay per view, Bobby Lashley versus Montez Ford. Or fuck, I would even take Bobby Lashley, Ford versus Angelo Dawkins. Because honestly, we're talking about Montez. Angelo might be just as good. I don't know. I haven't
I
seen
don't think
him
he is,
get the
unfortunately.
platform.
So I think that's the
You think
issue.
he's like the Shawn Michaels with the Janetti?
That's pretty good. Yeah.
So, all right. So you're picking Carrion with
The Final Testament is who I'm picking.
with tomfoolery from Street Profits.
No
I
tomfoolery.
no tomfoolery. Never mind.
Just the Final Testament wins, and then after they have beat the Street Profits, then Montez finally turns it up on Bobby.
Do you think he turns heel?
I don't know. I
Because
don't
that'd
think
be
he does.
interesting. That'd be an
I
interesting.
think Bobby needs to turn heel.
Okay, I didn't. Okay, I guess he isn't. You're right. Technically, in this one, but I feel like Bobby sucks as a heel. He needs a mouthpiece. Unless Paul
Yeah, I
Heyman's
know.
about to
That's the
take over
problem.
for him.
No,
So,
absolutely not.
all right, I'm gonna officially, just to be different, I'll say that Bobby Lashley beat up the big baddies, and it's like a good feel good like pisser match. Everybody can go pee real quick because he just had a squash match, you know.
Damn. Okay. I mean, I
Like,
wouldn't be upset, honestly.
yeah, you know what? Like, why not? All right, moving on to another pisser match. Nah, Dominic Mysterio is like honestly the future of this company. I can already see it. He's won a lot of people over online at least. But this is a match that truly, honestly, kind of doesn't have hold a lot, other than we need to pay Dominic somehow. Like, there's no belts on the line, right?
No, no belts.
All right, go ahead. Give me the rundown. And I'll make my official.
Okay. So I don't think we need to harp on Ray versus Dominic. I mean, I think it's very clear.
Okay.
Because last WrestleMania, I think they faced off.
Was that the one that you
Um,
got spanked?
yeah, I think so. So this is just like a continuation feud between those two. Um,
And is this
Rey Mysterio.
Kalisto?
Say again.
Is this Kalisto?
Okay, buddy. All right. That's Dragon Lee. He is
And
being
who's the guy with the
portrayed.
mask?
Okay, that's funny.
All right.
That's pretty funny. Okay, so the Dragon Lee is the guy with the mask. And he is being portrayed as the next Rey Mysterio, if you will.
Oh.
He is the high flyer. He's doing all the crazy moves. He's the short guy. He's the luchador. He has all the factors, and he is being portrayed as like the next luchador of WWE.
So Ray's passing the torch by tagging with him.
That's how I see this match. Yes. Across from Dragon Lee,
Pablo Escobar.
we have Santos Escobar, who has history with Rey Mysterio. Oh, better check on that. Hey, did you know Malware Bites is 45% off for a limited time only?
Anyway.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not a sponsor.
Santos Escobar has history with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. If you've been watching, then you know that Santos Escobar has actually turned heel. He used to be a face, and he used to be teaming with the LWO, who was run by Rey Mysterio. And he basically treated Rey Mysterio as his idol. He was like the guy. That's who he wanted to be. He did everything in honor of Rey Mysterio. Eventually, uh, he turned, went heel, hates Rey Mysterio now, um, and he has his own faction now. It's the Legado del Fantasma, I want to say.
Sounds right.
So he's running his own stable that is competing with the LWO. Um, that's basically the storyline between these four individuals.
All right, and who are you picking?
So I am. Did Ray beat Dominic at the last
I was gonna
WrestleMania?
ask you that when I picked. I was gonna be like, who
Because I want to
won?
say
I
Ray
think
did
Ray
win.
won. Yeah, because I think he finally got revenge. Because remember, it was so disrespectful to the family.
So I have a hard time seeing Ray lose a WrestleMania match, but uh,
Why would? Why do you have a hard
I
time
mean,
seeing him
so,
lose? I
because
guess.
Ray just came back. He was
Yeah, but
MIA for a while
he's in the
because he
Hall of
was hurt,
Fame. He's.
and
Or do you think this is
it
his
would be
last
weird to
match?
come back and then lose.
Or do you think this is his last match?
Yeah, so I do think this is the end for Rey Mysterio, this match. Um, at least from a, I mean, I say that, but if you look at the guy and you watch his matches,
He's not.
he's
He's
still
not
got
slowing
it.
down. He's not slowing down, man. And he can always. He can. That's the thing. He can alter his moveset. He doesn't have to do all the things, and he does. He doesn't do it as much as he used to. But like, yeah, man, I think he can still go one more year. I'm not saying
I
full time. I'm saying like he's gonna show up maybe at the Royal Rumble.
I think he could be the leader of the LWO without having a lot of wrestling matches.
So,
But I guess in terms of picking, I'm kind of split on this one. I could see either one going, but I guess I'm gonna choose. I guess I'm gonna choose. There's a lot of storylines involved with this as well because Judgment Day is involved. Um,
sure.
and if you don't know, what's his name? Oh, fuck. He's the Charlotte Flair's husband.
What? Charlotte Flair, you're bringing her to this?
Yeah, what's her husband?
That fucking. I didn't know she was married to someone.
Andrade. He is back.
Yeah.
And he's wrapped up in a storyline right now with Dominic, with Santos. So there could be some tomfoolery that happens with Andrade. I'm gonna say Dominic and Santos Escobar win.
I agree. That was gonna be my pick, simply just because of what we talked about at first. Since Ray won last year, I think that Dom gets his heat back, his win back. And I feel like if this guy is the new up and coming Rey Mysterio, like you're talking, I think next year we'll have them two face off, and Ray will win, but then hand him the torch by shaking his hand or some shit at the end or something. I don't know. But yeah. In other words, if this was Ray's last match, like officially, and it was like I'm hanging it up, this is it, I'm passing the torch on, I think he'll lose. But since that's not the case, and we both think he still got it, I'm gonna go with Dominic winning. Not cleanly, obviously, but gotta ride that heat all the way to the next year. All right, let's jump on over. This is a match I'm actually low key excited for, just because of how much hype is behind LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'll just tell you right now, I'm picking LA Knight. But if you want to go into it, I mean, I'll listen, I guess.
I am picking L.A. Night.
Girl.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, AJ Styles, dude, you went all the way to Australia. For what? To have this match?
To be a hater.
To lose at Mania? Obviously, I think AJ's going to give the road to LA Knight, but let's move on since we have two in a row. We picked the same. Yeet or no Yeet is next.
Man,
Jay
finally.
Jimmy.
Brother versus brother.
I honestly could. Alright, you want the truth? I'll give you the truth. Which one is the one that left and was like the good guy?
Jay.
Jay? Alright, he's losing.
Damn.
Yep, that's
You
my
gonna
prediction.
do main event Jay Uso like that?
Yep. You know why? Because he's literally got the moniker main event Jay. Jimmy needs to push. Jay's already got the main event scene.
All right. I'm picking Jay.
Okay.
I don't disagree with you that Jimmy needs
Some type of differentiator. That's my reasoning.
like Jimmy has been the laughing stock of the bloodline for the past who knows how long at this point. But man, Jay is like he has been putting in work solo, and you just gotta reward this guy. Like I don't know, like you. This is one of those matches where there could be some shenanigans, obviously, because the bloodline is involved with it. Solo might come out, who fucking knows, right?
Okay,
But
okay. I feel like you're
so it
saying
could
that.
be Jay wins because of interference.
Well, do you? Okay, well, I was gonna say, can you see Jimmy turning face?
Yes.
Okay, because I was thinking they could do something like Hogan, where he's like, "You don't leave me alone. I can handle this myself," and then loses, and but then ultimately, like the crowd has won over, and they're like, "No, man, you're good now," type of vibes.
So this match might play into the Bloodline Rules match. So if Jimmy turns face, then he can join in on beating up The Rock and Roman.
Okay. So officially, I'm saying Jimmy for needing to rub, but I do like your reasoning, and you're saying Jay. That'll be a fun match to watch. They're gonna put everything on the line. Oh, you already know.
This is your match, buddy.
You already know, but all right. I will go ahead and give a little backstory. My favorite wrestler is participating in this match, and so is Hams. I've always been a huge fan of Randy Orton, and
Same.
Hams really loves Logan Paul. So
Okay, buddy, that's funny.
all right, honestly, the honest truth, I think Logan Paul is going to win this match. And if he does not win, he's going to win the title back at some point. Or, you're going to really hate this, he's going to main event at SummerSlam.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
Fuck
he
no.
is, dude. It's in Cleveland. You're not even ready. You don't even know what's about to happen.
Listen here, brother.
Anyway, my official pick is Logan Paul wins.
Okay, so you're gonna be too excited about this, but I think Logan Paul actually wins this match, but not for the reasons you think he's winning. So I actually think Randy Orton is turning heel this match. I mean, this is the U.S. Championship. KO, Randy Orton, they do not need this title. They simply don't. They don't add anything to this title. It's just another title, another day for them.
But
It doesn't build the title to me.
Let
And
me
you
look it
need
up.
to continue to build the title.
Has Randy Orton ever held the U.S. title?
Yes, I want to say yes.
Okay, because I feel like he hasn't. Yes, he has.
probably held it more times than
Okay.
KO and Logan Paul combined.
Then yeah, truly, Logan Paul. This is an easy one. Let me be honest. This is probably gonna be one of the best matches of the night, though. Oh my god, I can't wait for this match.
I mean, this match is going to be good.
It's
I know that. And I can't wait to see the Prime logo in the ring.
okay. That I'm gonna be honest. I can care less about that deal, and wish it didn't happen. But who am I? They're making money. You gotta do what you gotta do. I like that you think that Randy's gonna turn heel. It is weird to see a babyface Randy Orton because it's like,
I mean, he's had his run, right? It's time.
yeah, it's like
At
I
the end of
hear
the day, Randy always turns heel.
I hear voices in my head and they're telling me to be a good guy. Like what?
Yeah.
They're telling me to say to eat your vitamins and say your prayers or something. I don't know. It's just
Vintage Orton.
anyway. Logan Paul. Moving on. Oh. Okay. I want to say it's a tag team title match, but there's 3 people, so
Nope, it is not. It is not a championship involved in this match.
I noticed Naomi and Bianca and the new one, the new girl.
Jade Cargill. They have been parading this woman around like a messiah.
She's the new hot, like.
I mean, if you've seen her, you would understand.
She's built, yeah. She's like biceps are huge, bigger than mine.
Yeah, I mean, this woman is beyond jacked. She's
Yeah.
on that good shit.
And who's this person that's above AO Sky?
Dakota Kai. So you have Damage Control, stable.
AO Sky.
You have Dakota Kai. You have Kairi Sane, and then of course you have.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I have no dog in this fight. I assume
Look, let's be real. There ain't no way Bianca's losing. Bianca is winning this match.
I was gonna say I assume New Blood is gonna win on the left side. So
100%. This is just gonna be a squash match. Honestly, like this is gonna be like. Yeah, this was yeah.
Okay.
Like they have no fighting chance. They have Jade, Bianca, those 2 alone, and so if like let's say this hypothetical plays out. Say Damage Control wins. You know who's gonna take the pin?
No, don't you say Oscar?
No, if Damage Control wins, who do you think's taking the pin?
Naomi.
Out of the 3 on the left.
Naomi.
You're damn right.
Oh, well, you know what?
So,
I can see that happening. Cause she left the company. They're gonna punish her.
okay, this is Baltimore doesn't air anymore.
Huh?
Voldemort is gone, man.
Okay.
Just let it go.
Okay, but the company never forgets.
The shareholders never forget.
So, that's all I'm saying. Don't count it out. If
Anyway,
they
I
do
got
win.
Bianca, Jade, and Naomi.
Same. But back pocket prediction. All right, moving on to another women's match: Io Sky versus Bailey.
You know the storyline here?
Is Bailey heel or a good girl?
What are you, brother? You need to check yourself.
Is she a heel or a face?
Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? You a good girl?
Has she been a good girl lately? Does she deserve those titles?
Oh man, holy.
Okay, I can see her losing.
Well, let me answer your question. So, is she a face. I'll correct you. Um, is she a face?
Hmm.
To me, I'd say yes at this point.
Okay.
Now, it, I'm assuming you know the storyline, right?
Okay. So I know that Bailey hasn't won it yet, if I'm correct, right?
Okay, the story. You don't know the storyline. Okay, you could just say yes. You just say you don't know the
I
storyline,
don't
and we
know
can
the
just talk
story.
about it.
I don't know the story.
Okay, so the storyline, Damage Control. Do you know Damage Control, the stable?
No.
Okay, well, Damage Control, the stable. Asuka, Kyrie,
Hmm.
Dakota Kai, Bailey, Io Sky, all those people make up Damage Control. Damage Control, the stable, was created, was the brainchild of Bailey.
Yo. Oh. Oh.
God, just stop.
I keep trying to guess. It's just like, no, man.
You're like trying to guess incorrectly. Okay, so Bailey is the creator of Damage Control. And originally, Asuka and uh, Kyrie was not part of Damage Control. It was just Io, Bailey, Dakota Kai. Well, eventually, Asuka and Kyrie joined Damage Control, and Io, Kyrie, and Asuka then started to basically turn on Bailey because they were the ones that spoke Japanese. Bailey was like an outsider kind of deal. That's kind of how it was portrayed. And so now Bailey is watching Damage Control fall apart. A thing that she created, she built because of this rift between the members and more so the new members just coming together to form this bond that Bailey doesn't have with them. So
So,
what this match is basically Bailey had the option to choose Rhea or Io because she was the Royal Rumble winner. Ultimately, decided that she wanted to take down Damage Control, the thing that she built, because she felt so disrespected. So she chose Io Sky, and there's this whole monologue of, "Oh, I actually know Japanese, and I know you guys were talking behind my back," kind of deal. It
hmm.
was kind of that.
So you're asking me if I'm gonna pick America, and I'm always gonna pick America. Bailey all the way. Okay, no, but honestly, the real truth, since I don't think Rhea's losing her title, I think Io is losing hers. So one of them will lose, and I do think Bailey is getting that title and bringing it home.
And so I agree. I think Bailey is winning. I think this is going to be a hell of a match, though.
This is her mania moment. But yeah, you're right.
100%.
You're right.
Yes.
You know, and honestly, if you want the honest truth, and you might not agree with this, I do think I don't know if it's going to be this one or if it's going to be the Rio one. I was thinking one of the nights, and night one might end with one of those matches if they want to
So,
give proper
uh,
respect to the
night
women.
one opener is Rhea.
Okay,
Just
so they've
FYI.
decided they know for sure. Okay, because
They are setting the day of night one.
I figured I know they're saying the tag team is going to be the main event, but like I figured they're going to end on like a women's
Let
match.
let's be clear. Night one main event is Cody Rhodes with The Rock.
Okay, so you
Full
think they're
stop.
both
That is not. There is no other match.
in
Night
general?
two, the only match to have
All
is
right.
Cody Rhodes versus Roman
We
as the
kind of
main event.
we kind of talked about it already, but let's just go ahead and just I'll just go ahead and give you my whole thing again if you missed it earlier. I think Damian Priest gets involved. Obviously, the Bloodline will too. All those things happen, causing Cody and Rollins to lose. Damian Priest capitalizes on that. Rollins loses his title. Cody loses his opportunity, so his Bloodline rules for the night too. So my official pick is the Bloodline wins due to chicanery.
So I will say the Damian Priest equation is not in this. We haven't gotten to the match where he is. Um, I do think The Rock is going to win this match. So it will be bloodline rules for Roman versus Cody. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's a chance in hell Seth and Cody win this match, like at all. Like for night two to be bloodline rules, that opens the door for so many
For
possibilities
anything to
that
happen.
you have to do that.
Literally anything. So, before
It
we
also
go,
builds the hype for night two.
before we go into the main event, of the whole WrestleMania, let's go into miscellaneous, which is the things that we kind of talked about before stream. Uh, so we've talked about Damian Priest, and I assume you're going to touch on that when we get to the main event. But the other lingering
No,
hat or question,
there's another match that you haven't shown yet.
oh, because the only match that's left is the on this card is the main event.
Okay, then you're missing a match.
What match is missing before we jump to the main
You're
event?
missing Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Oh, okay. All right. Well then, let's hurry up and talk about that one real quick. I think Sami Zayn's winning that because I do think Gunther is ready for the main event push. So they need to take that title off of him so that they can actually repackage him towards the that push, and so that way they can relinquish that title and give it to someone who deserves something. Like Sami Zayn deserves something for all the shit he's been working through. So that's my prediction on that match.
So I think that match is where Damian Priest actually cashes in, despite it not being a super. It's not the big belt. It's the Intercontinental belt. Um, I will say that I believe that um, Gunther is actually going to beat Sammy, and Damian is going to come out uh, because Sammy has like really pushed Gunther to the limits. He barely wins. Damian comes out, finishes the job, gets the Intercontinental Championship.
On one end,
And I say that because there has been a promo already with Gunther and Judgment Day, Damian Priest, where he basically threatens that.
on one end, it's different.
It's definitely different.
But I just can't see that happening. That would just, if you want the honest truth, if that happened, it would really tarnish the Money in the Bank title briefcase for me, and it would really make Damian Priest look like an idiot, in my opinion. It's like, dude, really? You really went for the Intercontinental title? Like,
Like I get
lame.
what you're saying, but Gunther has elevated that title. I mean, he's past 600 days
It's still a mid card
reigning.
title, though.
That is okay. You want to say it's mid card because you haven't been watching the content, and I have, and I'm telling you that that belt means more than
Then
just.
Roman Reigns is title.
You're right. Damien's gonna cash in on Cody after he wins. Fuck Cody.
Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Because that is a hot one that I do want to talk about. Because I can see that. Think about it. Think about it. What's the biggest way to say "fuck you, Cody"? And you know this company is known for it. I know Batman's not there anymore. I know he's not. But what is the biggest way you can just say "fuck you, Cody"? You have Damian Priest cash in after only 1 minute of the crowd just singing the damn theme song, really just welling it up, making everybody think, oh, WrestleMania is over. Even fucking throw the logo at the bottom. And then,
The CM Punk method.
oh, man. I can see it, dude. I can see it. Anyway, before we get to that, though, John Cena, what do you think he's going to do? I saw he's on the pre-show, so that already sucks. But I assume he's on the show.
We need to get to the final match.
You
And
think, and then you think he's gonna be there? Okay, well let's just jump to the final match then. Anything and everything else, address it here.
There it is. This is the main event of night 2, and this is
Bloodline rules.
no doubt about it. It's going to be Bloodline rules.
Right. We both
Anything
agree.
goes.
Right.
That means The Rock is coming out, Solo's coming out, Jimmy's coming out, or maybe not. Who knows? Maybe he turns face with
Okay.
Jay.
So I'm gonna ask you with percentages instead of asking yes or no's. Or you know what? Fuck it. Don't do yes or no's. It's up to you. Do you think Dustin Rhodes is gonna be involved?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What about Mama Rhodes?
Yes.
Okay. AJF.
MJF?
MGF. Yeah.
No.
Do you think he's gonna come in involved at all
No.
for WrestleMania? No.
No.
Okay. I heard rumors about that, so I didn't know if that was any inklings of that. Okay. All right, I'm listening. What do you think's gonna happen?
So, look, they put Cody on WWE 2K cover. They've been hyping up this man's story for the past year. He has gone through he he has gone through the gauntlet to get to this point. I think Cody is winning. Is he going to win alone? No. There's going to be a lot of individuals that are going to come out from the Bloodlines past that they have hurt, beat, destroyed, and they are going to turn around and whoop the Bloodlines' ass with Roman there, so Cody can win the title. And the individuals that I think are going to be the ones coming out, John Cena will be coming out because he has had history with the Bloodline. Solo Sikoa done whooped this man's ass. He laid down on the mat. This is gonna be a shocker, but you're gonna hear the glass break
Okay.
during this match.
Okay.
Stone Cold is coming back to whoop the Rock's ass.
Okay. Okay. Huh.
They've been having a lot of callbacks to the Rock, Hollywood Rock, whatever you want to call him, Final Boss Rock. I do think the man that's going to put him in his place will be Stone Cold.
Interesting. Interesting.
The other individuals that are obviously going to be involved, Seth Rollins, who was part of the previous night, but he will be there. Jay is going to be there. I'm trying to think. Dustin. I don't know if Dustin will actually participate or just be a so if he comes out he will have to be Goldust. Let's clear that. He won't be Dustin. He will be Goldust.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of all the other if there's any other people that the bloodline crossed over the years.
But you're saying ultimately Cody's winning. The story is gonna be over. This is
the final chapter of the story. It's over.
You know what I found
In
funny
credits.
is before we even started, and I played a little bit while while I was loading up for you, but I was watching Cody Rhodes do an interview that CM Punk did the other day that everybody's been talking about.
Oh yeah.
But he said in the interview that and basically that he didn't know he was gonna lose until he took the spear.
Oh god. Okay, I've heard this. Yeah.
Dude, that's insane if that's true. If he legit thought he was gonna win the whole time until that moment.
No, my opinion, if you actually listen to that interview, is that
I didn't finish it, so that's why.
Okay, yeah. Cody is great at keeping kayfabe alive.
Oh, you bitch! You think he's working me? You think he's working me into a shoot?
Yourself into a shoot, brother.
Oh,
you actually believe that Cody thought that he wasn't gonna lose it until he got that spear. At least somebody in the goddamn wrestling industry is keeping it alive by telling that lie. Because goddamn, I hate these interviews that CM Punk does. He goes and he just fucking unloads all sorts of bullshit.
All the truth.
Doesn't keep kayfabe correct.
He's like, oh yeah, oh well, that guy was in negotiations when I was passing the
Yeah,
hallway.
yeah. Like what the? Dude, just shut the fuck up and
I
keep it
love it.
alive. It's a wrestling show with storylines,
I
bro.
love it. I love it. Okay. Well, my pick is complicated because I think Damian Priest should get involved if he didn't get involved already in the other title. Um, because I think that would be something that would be heartbreaking. Like, I just feel like, how do you get more heat than that? Is if Damian Priest, if he didn't do it at the night of WrestleMania, which you know what, honestly, that might be too soon. It would be better to let him have the whole night and then do it on Raw. But I can see them doing that just to be like, Cody, you got it, you did it, but you're not getting a full reign until SummerSlam or something. I don't know. But then maybe not. Maybe they actually wise up. Because I feel like The Rock is bitter at the same time. He's just like, he wishes that he could have won it. I can also see The Rock turning on Roman Reigns. So they can set that up for SummerSlam. And
I
have
certainly think that that is a possibility.
and have The Rock versus Roman at SummerSlam. Because I think they're already teasing it with billboards and stuff. So
Basically, how I see that playing out is Roman loses, and he will blame The Rock, and The Rock will think that Roman is not worthy of being the tribal chief because he couldn't beat Cody.
right.
So it's now tribal chief versus it's the title of tribal chief, Roman versus Rock.
Right. And I can see that. But same as you, ultimately you built this up for 2 years. It's Rockins versus Cena all over again.
Finish the fucking story.
And just give it to Cody. If he loses though.
Oh my god, if he loses, I don't know if I can continue watching.
If he loses, in my opinion, Cody, you gotta just either go to AEW or just swallow that pill and take Seth Rollins' title and go home. Just take it, man. Because that's the closest you'll ever get, unfortunately. This is the closest you'll ever get. So
I think they've even said that if Cody loses, that's it.
this is it. I mean, this is it. What can you, like, truly, what is this?
But I think they've just like I think Roman himself has just been upfront and came out and said that in a promo, Cody, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
This is your final and last chance.
Yeah. And it's true. That's why I love these promos. This has been. I only know about one storyline, about then and through, like everything that's been happening. I've been watching everything on Raw and SmackDown for this storyline. So it's just like.
I mean, this is top of the line storytelling.
It's amazing if they pull it off. And like that's why I'm not gonna be upset if he loses, because I feel like at this point that is kind of something you have to expect, because you have to expect the unexpected. They're not gonna do what everybody thinks, which right now is Cody's gonna finish his story. But then, like he said, he's gonna look like a total doofus because he's been saying that for 2 years and not fucking finish a story. Or unless he does finish it with disappointment. And that's the final word. So, but my official pick, Cody Rhodes will end WrestleMania in Philadelphia with a good note.
Wrestling has more than one royal family. Okay. Another question. Do we see the Cody Vader?
Dude, we won't see it night 1, but we will see it night 2.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my
agree
prediction.
I do think we see the Cody Vader.
So, all right. Anyone who tuned in, I appreciate it. I'm also going to try to upload this to YouTube probably tonight. So, like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you.